you've ever wanted to know how to make a chunky knit blanket, you've scrolled to the right place. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in just 2 minutes. Start by leaving a little bit of a tail, then cross over your yarn. Insert your thumb and pointer into the loop, then pull up another loop with your working yarn. Pull on the tail to tighten the knot. Make sure all of your loops in your chain row are about 2.5 inches wide. Now let's work on the chain by pulling up a new loop through the previous loop. Continue pulling up loops until you reach your desired blanket width. I'm making a baby blanket, so I'm chaining on 20 loops. Once you're ready to work on the second row, turn that last loop upward since it will become the first loop of the second row. Find the center loops from your chain row and start pulling up loops in the opposite direction. Make these loops on the smaller side about 1 to 1.5 inches wide. Continue working all the way down the row until you pull up the last loop. You should have the same number of loops in the second row as you did in your chain row. After you go through the last loop of the second row, it's time for the third row. Skip the first loop, which was also the last loop of the second row, and start a new row in the second loop over. Don't worry, we'll pick that skipped loop up on the next row down. Now continue pulling up loops all the way across the row. Once you pull up the very last loop, then start the next row in the second loop over just like before. Keep working your rows like this until you're ready to change colors or add a new skein of yarn. Once you're ready to do that, carefully take a lighter and burn both ends. Then press the ends together to join them. Wait a few seconds before rolling out the middle to make sure it's smooth. Another way to join skeins is the knot method. Simply tie a double knot right behind the last loop you made, then cut off the excess yarn, leaving just the knot. After that, continue knitting like normal. Continue adding skeins until you've reached your desired blanket length. Once you're ready to finish off the blanket, start by pulling up 2 loops about 2.5 inches wide. Take the first loop and pull it over top and down the second loop. Continue doing this all the way down the row until there's just 1 loop left. Cut the working yarn, leaving a small tail, pull it through the last loop and gently tighten. Weave in both ends, and just like that, your blanket is finished. This is just a quick 2-minute tutorial, but if you're looking for a more in-depth course with written instructions and tips, come in course and I'll send you the info.